everyone, my name is Mini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about short run and long run aggregate supply curves. Aggregate supply means a total amount of goods and services which are supplied by businesses within a country at a given price. Aggregate supply means a total amount of goods and services which are supplied by businesses within a country at given price. As we know, Reliance industry produces so many goods. That's why it gives significant contribute in aggregate supply of India, being as a largest private company. First of all, we will see short-run aggregate supply. Short-run aggregate supply react to price. As price increase, aggregate supply also increase. As price fall, aggregate supply also fall. But why when price increase, aggregate supply also increase? Because now businesses are motivated to produce more. Obviously, they get opportunity to sell their product at higher price. But when price fall, businesses get disappointed because now they cannot sell their product at higher price. That's why they produce less, eventually supply fall. So when price increase, aggregate supply increase. When price fall, aggregate supply also fall. Now we will see short-run aggregate supply curve. On x-axis we have real GDP. Real GDP is equal to aggregate supply. As we know, aggregate supply is total amount of goods and services which produce within country. And real GDP tell us value of these goods and services. That's why we can say that aggregate supply is equal to real GDP. On x-axis we have real GDP, y-axis we have general price level. At short time period, aggregate supply react to price. As price increase, aggregate supply also increase. In this diagram, you can see as price is increasing, aggregate supply also increasing. When we join all this equilibrium, we will get this short-run aggregate supply curve. So this curve represents short-run aggregate supply. Now we'll see long-run aggregate supply. At short time period, aggregate supply respond to price. But at long time period, all factors are variable. And we can make all adjustment as required. That's why at long time period, aggregate supply don't depend on price. It depends on capital stock, technology and labor forces. Now we will make a long run aggregate supply curve by making some adjustment. This one are aggregate demand, this one are short run aggregate supply. This side we have price. OY is full employment GDP, or we can say the OY is potential GDP. Please don't confuse full employment GDP and potential GDP, both are same. So OY is our full employment GDP. As we know, at long time period, economy naturally go towards full employment level. So OY is our full employment GDP. Our initial equilibrium point is E. At this equilibrium point, our price is OP0, and this is our aggregate demand at this E equilibrium point, and this one is our aggregate supply at this E equilibrium point, and we have full employment GDP OY. Now suppose our aggregate demand increase from AD to AD1. At this level, our GDP increase from Y to Y1. OY is our potential GDP, but OY1 is our actual GDP. This difference, Y1 will be called inflationary gap, and this inflationary gap will increase the cost of production. As cost of production increase, our supply will reduce. That's why supply curve will shift backward. This one is our new supply curve, and our new equilibrium point is E1. At this equilibrium point, you can see our price increase from P0 to P1, but our GDP is constant OY at full employment level. Now suppose aggregate demand reduce from AD to AD2. This one is our new aggregate demand. At this level, our GDP is OY2, and gap between full employment GDP and actual GDP is Y to Y. This Y to Y will be called recessionary gap. This gap will reduce the cost of production. As cost of production reduce, aggregate supply increase. As a result, aggregate supply curve will shift to fall. forward. This one is our new aggregate supply curve, and our new equilibrium point is E2. At this equilibrium point, you can see our prices has reduced from P0 to P2, but our GDP is constant at full employment level OY. So when we join this line, this vertical line, this will be called our long run aggregate supply curve. When our all adjustment will complete, we will get our long run aggregate supply curve. We can also draw it separately. Here you can see as price is increasing, but our long run aggregate supply is constant at full employment level. This vertical curve will be called long run aggregate supply curve. So this is all about short run and long run aggregate supply curve. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.